Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. So, if you notice, this is our third video for today. We are still planning on going live later, but I've pushed back the time to 8 o'clock Jamaica time. Don't miss it. Also, there is a lot more to come. We are planning on putting out a lot more contents. So, if you have a story to tell, send me a WhatsApp message to 876-458-9111. That's 876-458-9111. If you call the number straight or via WhatsApp, you are not going to be getting an answer. Send me a WhatsApp message and I will respond in a timely manner. If you don't get a response, all you have to do is send us a message again. Also, we are planning on doing a lot more lives. Stay tuned, there is a lot more to come. In the news today, we are learning that a hoodlum, he's a well-known thief in the River Bay Road fishing village and slaughterhouse areas of Montego Bay. He's said to be in his early 30s and he's about 6 feet tall. He's of a dark complexion, slim built and a low-cut hairstyle. Apart from him being a thief, he's also said to be a Romaine. We are told that yesterday morning, Friday, July 28, about 8:30, the Romaine thief, he was seen sleeping on the ground beside a wall in the vicinity of the People's Arcade. When persons in the area checked him properly, a black and silver looking gun was seen tucked in the back of his waistband. We are told that one of the good citizens removed the gun from the Romaine thief waist and put the gun in a bag and called the police. Before the police arrived, the Romaine thief, he woke up and he realized what was happening. As a result, him take away himself. When the police arrived, the good citizen handed over the bag with the gun to the police. It was a Smith & Wesson .38 revolver. You good citizen. Enough respect. This next incident, it is a clear setup. It took place yesterday afternoon, Friday, July 28, about some minutes to 2 o'clock. It took place in the Twickenham Park area of Spanish Town in the parish of St. Catherine. Hear this now. A lady, she's a courtroom reporter. She is in her late 30s. She's living in the Twickenham Park area. We are told that the lady, she had planned on doing some business yesterday. She had 100,000 Jamaican dollars cash on her and another $250,000 was needed to do the business. As a result, the lady drove her car to the Bank of Nova Scotia at Marchpen Road in Spanish Town, where she withdrew the 250,000 Jamaican dollars in cash. She placed the money in her pink leatherette purse that had the 100,000 Jamaican dollars and other documents. She then drove back to her home at Twickenham Park. The lady, she was now in her driveway, and by the time she exited her car, a black Jamco motorcycle rode up with a hoodlum aboard. The hoodlum, he jumped off the bike, pulled a gun and pointed it at the lady. He then took her purse containing the cash and other documents, then rode away, making good his escape. Like I said, this one was a clear setup. Ah boy. Now, in this next story, I carried a story on Saturday, June 17. It was about an incident that took place early the previous morning, Friday, June 16, about 1 o'clock. That guy on your screen, his name is Ian Johnson, but he was popularly known as Chiney Man. He was 29 years old at the time. Chiney Man, he was at a party in the Burn Savannah area of Westmoreland when a dispute developed. In the end, Chinaman, he was chopped up and killed. The man who chopped and killed Chinaman, he was arrested and charged by the police for murder and he's still in police custody. Chinaman cronies, they have since vowed to kill as much people as they can to avenge Chinaman's death. So far, they have shot and killed that man on your screen. His name is Michael Robert Johns. He was a 51 years old furniture maker. They also killed that female on your screen. Her name is Viviene Brown. Viviene was 20 years old at the time, and it is said that Viviene and Mr. Johns, they were involved in a relationship. It was Viviene and Chinaman who were first engaged in the dispute at the party that led to Chinaman's death. A 54-year-old man named Mark Taylor, he was also shot and killed, and his 52-year-old sister, she was seriously injured by Chinaman's cronies. Remember now, none of these persons killed or injured or hoodlums are involved in any criminality. All that happened is that they are acquainted in some way or the other to Churt Fletcher, the man who is in jail for killing Chinaman. So Chinaman, he was buried yesterday, and his cronies, they decided that they must have killed somebody last night. A man popularly known as Tony. He's said to be in his mid-40s. He was living in Kingston, but it is said that he returned to the Burn Savannah area of Westmoreland. We are told that Tony, his mother, she used to run a shop in the area and she took sick. So Tony, he returned to the area and took over the running of the shop. It is said that Tony and Churt, the guy who is charged for killing Chinaman, they are good friends. Last night, Tony, he was sitting on a stool at the front of a shop at Standpipe in the Burn Savannah area of Westmoreland when a guy walked past him. We are told that the guy, he even called to Tony and told him good night, and Tony responded. The guy, he then pulled a gun and fired at Tony. Tony managed to run off and the hoodlum chased him, still firing shots at him. Tony managed to hide in a cane field and the hoodlum, he made good his escape on foot in the area. When the shooting subsided, it was realized that Tony, he was shot. He received gunshot wounds to the left side of his back, his abdomen and his left hand. Residents of the area, they transported Tony to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted. We are told that when this crime scene was processed, a number of .40 spent shells were recovered from the scene. We are learning that Chinaman's cronies, they are planning on killing lots more. Even last night, we are told that the police, they could be seen assisting a family to move out of the Burn Savannah area. The Mayhem. Now, in this next incident, this one took place yesterday afternoon, Friday, July 28th, about 2:30. It took place along Barnett Lane in Montego Bay. What we are learning is that a well-known pickpocket, a well-known thief in Montego Bay, his name is Peter Alphanso Powell. He will be celebrating his 48th birthday this November 8th. He was living at Doom Lane in Montego Bay. We are told that Peter, he was walking along Barnett Lane when a white Toyota Fielder motor car drove up and stopped. We are told that two hoodlums in the car, they opened gunfire at Peter, hitting him in his head and his upper body. Peter fell to the ground, face down, and that was it for him. It is suspected that Peter, he died on the spot. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in the car. The police were informed, and when they processed this crime scene, a number of 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The Mayhem. Now, in this next story, I have carried a lot of stories in the past about young men being killed in the Providence Heights or flankers area of Montego Bay. Most of the times, these guys, they hook up with other guys on a certain app. They are lured into the area to meet someone and they are robbed, tortured, and killed by these guys who are pretending to be of a certain lifestyle. The St. James Police, they are carrying out investigation to see if this latest incident was as a result of that young man on your screen. His name is Romaine Elliston. In 2 months' time, on September 26, Romaine, he will be celebrating his 23rd birthday. He was a ramp attendant employed to the Gangstas International Airport in Montego Bay. We are told that Romaine, he is originally from the Mounted Side View area of St. Elizabeth, but he was living in the Granville area of St. James. We are told that Romaine, he was last seen or heard from on Monday afternoon, July 17, about some minutes after 2 o'clock. On Wednesday, July 19, a missing persons report was filed for Romaine at the Granville police station by a close family member. We are told that yesterday, Friday, July 28, residents, they smell a foul odor coming from bushes near to a garage in the Providence Heights area of Montego Bay. As a result, the residents called the police. The police, they went to the area and they carried out a search, and along a heavily vegetated track, the decomposed body of Romaine was found. He was found dressed in a red shirt, black and white t-shirt, blue jeans pants, and black shoes. He also had a black backpack. We are told that the last time that Romaine was seen alive is the same clothes he was dressed in. His driver's license was also found in his pants pocket. A post-mortem examination will be done to ascertain exactly how Romaine died. Sad indeed. The mayhem. Now, in this next story, on Friday, June 30, I carried a story and I introduced you to the Draggy gang. I told you that the gang is based in the Chinatown area of Central Village. I told you that the leader for the gang is known as Three-Way, but his correct name is Dulcito Chin. There is Dulcito Chin, otherwise known as Three-Way on your screen. Three-Way, he was in police custody for a long time on gun-related and murder charges. While Three-Way was in jail, there was a breakup of the gang. That guy on your screen, his name is Justin McGregor, but he's popularly known as AK Man. He was born on March 18, 2002, only 21 years old. AK Man, he was a member of the Draggy gang, but while Three-Way was in jail, he went and started his own gang called the Elbow Gang. A guy named Ryan Romario Minto, but he was popularly known as Boise. He was 29 years old. He was also a member of the Draggy gang, and AK Man wanted him to come and join his gang. Boise, him decided that him nah switch. Well, on Wednesday morning, June 28, about 7:30, Boise, he was shot and killed by AK Man and his cronies. Both the Elbow Gang and the Draggy Gang, they are responsible for a lot of mayhem in the Central Village area, especially in the Chinatown area. Well, early yesterday morning, Friday, July 28, about 3 o'clock, a barrage of gunshots were heard being fired in the Chinatown area. About 8 o'clock yesterday morning, residents of the area, they stumbled upon the lifeless bodies of 4 members of the Elbow Gang. The police were called in, and when they inspected them, the Hoodlums, they had gunshot wounds all over their bodies. They apparently died from early in the morning. They have since been identified as 1. 21-year-old AK man. 2. Mark Ellis, also known as Frosty. 3. Javian McDermott, also known as JT or 6. He is 21 years old. And 4. Shaquille Allen, popularly known as Otto. He is 23 years old. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 26 5.56, 4 7.62, 8 12 gauge, and 5 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The police, they also found cigars, flask and quart bottles of rum, 6 plastic cups, and 4 bottles of Boom energy drink. The police have since said that they want to talk to Three-Way about this incident. But my guess is that even if Three-Way going to the police, and I don't know if he has gone in as yet, but even if Three-Way going to the police, in a few days' time, he'll be back on the street. So my question is, when these hoodlums going to the police and they are let back out on the street in a few days, does that weaken or strengthen them? My view, my view is that the police, them have to go wheel and come again, because I think they are only strengthening these hoodlums. Am I right or am I right? The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, we are learning that a guy, his name is Javon Barrington Vassell, but he was popularly known as Biggs. Biggs celebrated his 25th birthday on May 6 earlier this year. We are learning that Biggs, he was a top chopper and he was building a house in the Adelphi area of St. James. Biggs had stopped working at the house for a while and he was living in the Greenwood and Irwin Heights communities of St. James. It is also said that Biggs, he was associated with some hoodlums based in the Lilliput area of St. James. Our information is that recently, Biggs, he returned to the Adelphi area where he restarted construction on the house that he was building in the area. But from all indication, some hoodlums did a program Biggs late yesterday afternoon, Friday, July 28th, about some minutes to 6 o'clock. Biggs was driving a Toyota Corolla motor car. He was accompanied by 3 other males. Biggs, he was driving along the Adelphi main road. On reaching in the vicinity of the Paisley crossing, a black Toyota Voxy overtook the car that Biggs was driving and blocked their path. 3 hoodlums in the Voxy. They then opened gunfire at the Toyota Corolla. The 3 passengers in the car, they managed to jump out and hid in bushes. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. When the smoke was cleared, it was discovered that one of the guys who escaped from the car, he was shot. He had received gunshot wounds to his left foot and his abdomen. When they checked the car, Biggs, he was found slumped over the steering wheel of the car with gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. From all indication, Biggs died on the spot. The 18-year-old youngster, he's popularly known as Tevin, who was shot. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 29 9mm and 2.40 spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them block out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, what a shame. But me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cancer and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals